and then squeaked by Stratford 15-12 in the semifinals. Quarterback Andrew Davidson is the go-to player for Darien, but the co-captain is hobbling with a foot injury sustained against Stratford. The Blue Wave also has one of the top backs in the Fairfield County in Tim Stisser. Seymour High School humbled the Berlin Redcoats 56-8 earlier this week in a semifinal game played at home. Senior running backs Mike Aldo and Matt Sympathy have each gained over 1,000 yards rushing this season, and junior quarterback Matt Thomas has received rave reviews for his play. From Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven, it's Darien against Seymour for the CIAC Class M title on Cable 10 Sports Valley High School Football Game of the Week. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements, Buddy Chernovitz from Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. Buddy, let's first of all talk about Darien. Andrew Davidson, a little doubtful for this game, but we have seen him in the warm-ups. That ankle is heavily taped. He is a gamer. He means an awful lot for Coach Mike Sangster's team because he is the quarterback that really knows how to run that Darien option.
I think he really is a key, and the ability of his mobility is going to certainly be a big factor in this football game. I think if he doesn't play and is unable to really move to get out on that field and move around, coach is going to go to another guy, and that's going to be a plus for Seymour.
When I had a chance to look at the tape of the Berlin-Seymour game, I just couldn't believe it because Seymour just played a great football game. The coaching staff of Seymour, they're asking their kids to play one more great game.
Well, they had a great game, and I think Berlin helped them a great deal with the defense they played. They tried to do some things, I think talking to some people last night, they tried to do some things they couldn't do. They played a lot of people along the line of scrimmage, thought that they could beat Seymour by forcing them to pass, and Seymour was able to not only beat them with the run, but beat them when they had 11 guys up. And there were a few big plays because they played a lot of guys close to the line. So Seymour did a great job, and they're going to need another big one today.
All right, what could our viewers look for in this football game?
I hope the weather is not a factor.
It's drizzling
right now, and not a lot of wind. West Haven is usually notorious for wind, but I think you're going to see a game predicated on field position and turnovers. And the team that has the least amount is going to win this one.
And two excellent football teams going for the Class M state title. And we'll be right back with Darien Seymour football right after this.
Our wish for you is for a holiday season filled with joy and good cheer in the hearts of children, young and old. In this season that brings families together, we'd like to wish you and yours happiness, peace, and prosperity. Now and in the new year ahead. Happy holidays from all of us.
Greetings for a happy, healthy holiday season from Telemedia Corporation.
Welcome back, everyone. We are moments away from the opening kickoff in this Class M State Finals from Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. Seymour has won the opening coin flip, but they have deferred to the second half, and Darien, the Blue Wave, they'll go on offense first. And on the field there are the Blue Wave. 12-0 thus far on the season. They swept through their West Division of the FCAC. They defeated Norwalk in the FCAC Championship. Then had to play their traditional opponent on Thanksgiving, New Canaan, won that game. And then defeated Stratford in the semifinals. And in your picture now, Eric Bucky Pollock. What a find for Coach Paul Sponheimer this year. Former soccer player in his first year playing football. And Pollock to kick it off for Seymour. Back deep, the single setback is Sam Fletcher. A great crowd here. Overcast skies, little drizzle out there, but ideal weather conditions in December. And the ball will go to Fletcher at the 10. And Fletcher moving sideways out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Let's take a look at the Darien offense. The quarterback is Andrew Davidson, and he's going out to start the football game. We'll see how much of an effect that fractured metatarsal in his right foot has on him. Fullback is Alex Melzer. The tailback is Tim Stisser. The wideouts are Sam Fletcher along with Pat Lennon. And now the line for the Blue Wave. Ball just outside the 25-yard line. Cable 10 Sports, our Valley High School football game of the week. This happens to be the Class M final. On a play fake, the toss goes to Melzer, and Melzer is going to be brought down for a big loss on the play back at the 14-yard line. Let's take a look at that Seymour defense. The front four for Coach Paul Sponheimer's team. The defensive ends, Alex Alapan and Troy Sobieski. The nose guard, Kevin Mullen. The defensive tackle, Derek Jones. The backers are Mike Aldo, Tim Sadek, and Matt Sympathy. And the secondary, Eric Pollock, Steve Donato, Matt Thomas, and Ben Carter. Second and long. And Stisser, unable to get anything going offensively for the Blue Wave. He's taken down for another loss on the play. It's third and long.
Just a quick blast attempt to get over to the right side, and Seymour does a good job closing it down. Darien opened up, tried to come with a reverse, and ran into some problems as they went deep, unable to get to the corner, and they've got a big third and very long here opening up this football game.
Third and long for the Blue Wave. Handoff, that is to the fullback, that is Melzer, 6'1", 175-pound junior, for a few yards on the play. Fourth down kicking situation for Darien.
That first down put Darien in trouble. They're just trying now to feel themselves out, I think, and Seymour's defense. Just a quick play over that left side, try to get a trap because it was a third and very long. Don't want to make a mistake here. They're at their own 18, going to have to punt the ball to Seymour.
And Stisser is the punter for Darien, standing inside his 5-yard line. So the Cats, an excellent defensive series to start the football game. Stisser will punt it away. And it's going to just roll dead at midfield. And the Wildcats will have their first offensive series. Let's take a look at that Wildcat offense. The quarterback is Matt Thomas. The running backs are Mike Aldo and Matt Sympathy. The split end is Steve Pantaleo. Pollock is the flanker back. The line, the center is Troy Sobieski. The guards, Alex Alapat and Jason Barker. The tackles, Kevin Mullen and Chris Thompson. And the tight end is Tim Sadek. Right at midfield, the Cats take over. 1st and 10. This is the Class M Finals, CIAC Finals for the year 1998. 5 formation. Aldo is the fullback. Behind him, it's Sympathy. And Thomas is unable to get away from the tackle of Frank Volpicelli, the defensive tackle. Let's take a look at that defense for the Darien Blue Wave. The middle guard is Ryan Algieri. The tackles are Frank Volpicelli and Christian Garnett. The ends are Zach Green along with Steve Zagrita. The backers are Brian Chakos and Charlie Howe. And in the secondary, we have Tim Stisser, Alex Melzer, Pat Lennon, and Sam Fletcher. 2nd and 11 for the Cats at their 48. Second back, that is Sympathy. He's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Both these teams know each other very well. Volpicelli again.
Seymour tries a little counter, not going anywhere. Volpicelli comes off the block. He comes right back into the play. No gain on that one again. Seymour faced with a 3rd and long as you get a look at the sidelines, head coach Mike Stitzer there talking to his quarterback. Done a tremendous job with this Darien program.
3rd and 11 for the Cats, just underway, and both teams having it rough offensively. Let's see what the Cats do on 3rd down. We'll go to Aldo, and Aldo finds some positive yardage down to the 46 of Darien, but it'll be short of the 1st down.
Just a quick trap right up inside. See number 45 come off the block. He'll end up making the tackle.
That's Algieri.
Algieri for the stop. It'll be a punting situation for Seymour as they've got the ball at the Darien 46-yard line.
Lennon and Stisser back deep for Darien. And the punter is Sobieski for the Cats, standing at his 41-yard line. And Troy gets the punt off. That's to Lennon at the 20. And he's taken down at the 26-yard line. Kapusta along with Chris Thompson on the stop for the Cats. But he talked with Mike Sangster of Darien before the game, and he asked the Darien coach if he was concerned with Andrew Davidson's status for this football game.
Well, you know, it's a big concern. He's out here trying it right now. He's got a cracked metatarsal bone, and the doctor said he could go if he can go. So he's going to give it a try, and if he can't, well, we put in the next guy. That's been our philosophy all year long, that the next guy goes in. You can't cry about what you don't have, and that next guy has led us to 3 victories in Andrew's absence. So we're not too concerned about that. We're going to miss his leadership, obviously, and some of the things he can do, but we'll do the best we can with what we have.
We're back, everyone. Well, you heard Mike Sangster talk about his quarterback and if he couldn't go, what it would mean for his team. Actually, that leadership is the big thing. That is Andrew calling his own number on first down.
Comes out with the option. Got to be a pretty good indication they feel comfortable with his ability. Gets to the outside, ducks back up over the left side, picks up about 3, maybe 3.5 on that first down. You get a look at Andrew Davidson, the senior. Great option quarterback, throws the ball very well, moves this offense. He's responsible for that 12-0 football team. Great leadership.
High formation, and there's the toss. That's Stisser. Stisser to the short side, and Stisser gets it out across the 35 to about the 36, taken down there by Sympathy along with Sadek.
Good job on the guards coming outside. That's Volpicelli, number 53, gets around the corner. Stitzer gets a pretty good block, very close to that first down yardage. We're going to get a measurement. Just a little outside toss, gets to the sidelines, and we'll see if he picked up the necessary yardage for the first down. But the last run by Andrew Davidson may be a good indication that his foot is sound, at least sound enough to run some option against that Seymour football team. You'll get a chance to get a look. Dan Davies and his crew, and that's a first down, the initial first down of this game for the Blue Wave from Darien.
And the officials are from the Eastern Board from the state of Connecticut. And you look at Paul Sponheimer completing his 19th year up at Seymour High School as the head football coach. First down for the Blue Wave at their 36-yard line. In the first quarter here, Kent Strong. Davidson wants to air it out. He's going for his favorite target. That is Fletcher on the Seymour sidelines. It's out of bounds. There it goes. It'll go incomplete.
This one, Davidson gets a lot of air under the football, really throws it out of bounds. Got whacked just as he released it. Might have been an indication as to why it sailed on him, but well out of bounds. Covers downfield by Eric Pollock. It'll be a second down for the Darien football team, right about the Seymour 36-yard line.
2nd and 10 now for Darien. And Darien working out of the shotgun. Davidson back to throw in the pocket, wings it out there. It is incomplete, off the hands of Fletcher on the play.
Fletcher went up, had an opportunity to catch the football. He's going to try and get it after he tips it, but a good job by Matt Thomas for Seymour coming in here and breaking it up. He gets up, tries to get back to it, and Thomas prevents the reception, brings up a 3rd and about 10 again for the Blue Wave. They're on their own 36. I, a moment ago, said Seymour. They're on their own 36-yard line.
Almost picked it up, almost picking it up. Matter of fact, on the last play, almost the intercept by Seymour. 3rd and 10. And again, Davidson, he can throw the football. Again, his favorite target. It's Fletcher, and Pollock is on him along with Matt Thomas. So it'll be a 4th down and 10 for the Darien Blue Wave.
Davidson again gets a lot of air under the football. Ball is out of bounds even if it was caught. But again, very good coverage by Eric Pollock down that far sideline. Darien going to be forced to punt the football back to Seymour. So 1 first down in that drive for the Blue Wave, and they cannot go any further. Seymour will get their second opportunity with 6:38 left to go in this first quarter.
Stisser back to punt the football. And he'll sail it. And Paulick's just going to watch it there along with Thomas. It's going to roll to a rest at the 26-yard line. Timeout on the field from here at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. And time in for this.
Housatonic Lumber in Derby. We're the professional shop. Here's why.
I use Housatonic Lumber because of their on-time and prompt delivery service. They always deliver within 24 hours.
We use Housatonic Lumber because they have a great sales staff and a fully stocked yard of quality materials.
I use Housatonic Lumber for the competitive pricing and the quality of their material.
Housatonic Lumber, 23 Factory Street in Derby. We're the professional shop.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Buddy talked to Coach Paul Sponheimer of the Wildcats before the game, and he asked him how has Seymour prepared with the knowledge that Davidson might not be able to go at the quarterback.
No, buddy, we've basically prepared for Davidson. I mean, they're an offense that runs option. Obviously, they're more effective with Davidson at the quarterback. But, you know, we're here. We're one of 8 football teams still playing in the state, and we're glad for that. And we're going to take the opportunity to bring home the ball to the Valley. Welcome back, everyone. Well, we have seen thus far that the quarterback has been Andrew Davidson for Darien. Cats their second possession of the afternoon at their 25. And they'll try Sympathy, the senior tailback, out across the 30 up to the 32-yard line.
Seymour had great success up the middle the other night against Berlin. This time, Sympathy finds a hole. Number 15, the senior Pat Lennon, will finally drop him after about a 6-yard gain. Second about 4 as you get a look at Matt Thomas breaking that huddle for the Wildcats.
Standard set for the Wildcats. Second and short. Give this to the fullback, Aldo, and the Thomas completes his fake on the play. Mike for a couple of yards on the play.
Watch as they try and get over that right side behind Barker, Sobieski, and Mullen. Picks up a couple. It'll be a 3rd and short for the Wildcats. Not a bad run inside by Aldo as he tried to pick up that first down yardage. Seymour splits him out into a wide slot.
3rd and short. Seymour has it at their 33 or in the first quarter. This Class M title game. Thomas holds on to the football after faking to Aldo. Thomas picks up the first down at the 39-yard line.
Nice job inside. Watch Thomas make the fake and then step almost right behind his fullback. Picks up that first down yardage. Again, Lennon in on the stop, but initial first down for the Wildcats at their own 39-yard line.
First down. 2 wide receivers to the near side here. First down for the Cats. Sympathy will try it off the left side, and Matthew down to the 49-yard line of Darien before he's taken down by Chacos.
Nice run by Sympathies. He comes over the left side. Little cut right here, finds an opening. Good acceleration. Finally gets that first down yardage before he's wrapped up just across midfield into the Blue Wave territory for the first time for the Wildcats. First down, Seymour.
First down for the Cats. 2 first downs in a row. Wildcats hoping to crank up that running game. And that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do every football game. Matt Sympathy again. The offensive line starting to take charge out there down to the 40. And getting up from the tackle is Stisser, and Melzer also in on the tackle for the Blue Wave.
Good down block by Chris Thomas along with Alex Alapat, allowing Sympathy to get through there again. Very close to the first down. He's going to be about a half a yard short, but again, that offensive front line doing a very good job against that Darien defense in this second drive.
And the first aspect of this football team that Paul Sponheimer will always talk to you about is that offensive line. And this has been a great one for the Seymour team. Again, it is Sympathy, and Sympathy off the left side for a Seymour first down to the 36-yard line.
Again, Seymour straight up blocking along the front. Alapat with a good block allows Sympathy to get the first down yardage. Charlie Howell, number 50, will get the credit for the tackle, but it is another first down for the Wildcats. They're at the Blue Wave 37-yard line. Seymour has yet to put the ball up into the air. Done a great job running the football in this second possession.
Pollock and Pantaleo out to the right side to the top part of your screen. It's first down for the Cats. And it's Aldo. Mike Aldo inside the 25 to the 24-yard line before he's taken down. Getting up is Pat Lennon in the secondary.
What a great block by Alex Alapat, number 57, allows Aldo to come right up the middle. You see Lennon and Stitzer on the stop, but again, another first down for the Wildcats. They're right inside the 25-yard line. Get a look at the defensive coordinator for Darien. Has to be a little concerned as Seymour has mounted a very strong offensive drive here on their second possession of this game.
First and 10. Sympathy this time, and this time the hole is plugged up. Number 50, Charlie Howe, 6'1", 210-pound junior linebacker.
Looks like Sympathy is going to go a distance here, and then he runs right into number 50. Just a great tackle. Shoulder pads into the numbers, drives him back. Sympathy picks up 2. Good job by that Darien defense on that first down carry.
So the ball is on the 23-yard line. We're scoreless. We're deep in the first quarter. We're at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven, and this is the Class M state finals. Seymour has second and long, but they're at the 23. Taking it straight ahead, the quarterback, Matt Thomas, behind the center, Troy Sobieski.
Thomas is going to come up. It's a silent move right here between the center and quarterback. He sees an opening in the middle. A little bit of a soft opening, picks up good yardage, about 6 on that one. Brings up a third down. You can see the ball inside the 20-yard line, right at about the 18 yards or 18-yard stripe. It's a third. Got to get inside the 15 for that first down.
Third down and 4 for Seymour. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. The give, that is Sympathy, and Matt is stood up after a couple on the play. I see Garnett.
Spot is going to be very important on this one. Sympathy is going to get hit right at about the 15-yard line. He is going to be stopped right. Good momentum. And it depends on that spot for the first down. They're going to give him about maybe 2 inches to get for the first, so it's going to be a fourth and extremely short. Good run that time by Sympathy. Almost picked up that first down. Big call here for Seymour.
The tight end Sadik to the left side. 4th and inches. The Cats are at the 15 of Darien. Thomas, first down, inside the 10-yard line, down to the 5. The 5'10", 162-pound junior stopped in the secondary by Lennon.
Watch Sobieski take 45. That's Algier to the inside, and then stepping right behind it, Matt Thomas. A lot of room inside. Darien stayed in a 4, and it gave a lot of room between the tackle and midpoint or mid-guard, and boy, Thomas took advantage of it down to the 5. First and goal for Seymour.
First and goal for the Cats. Ball is at the 7-yard line. This time it is Aldo, and Aldo at the 5, taken down from behind by Algieri, along with Segreta on the tackle.
Good job by the Darien defense closing that down, and look for Seymour to come back with the option here. They have not used it yet. They have run up inside almost exclusively, and look for the fake to Aldo. Thomas coming out trying to get the ball to Sympathy on the corner.
And a fast-moving first quarter because of the Seymour drive on the ground. They may not even get this play off. And we have run out of time here in the first quarter at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. Our first quarter score, Seymour nothing, Darien nothing.
How did you find out about it?
Through the counselors at our high school. They told us about a lot of different programs that they have. One of those programs was a mentoring program.
Why did this interest you?
Well, because I think, especially in the business field, it's the contacts you have, and the best way to learn something about the field is to learn from somebody that's already been there. It's not always just the name that gets you the jobs. It's what you know about the field that gets you where you want to be.
We experienced some technical difficulties at the start of the second quarter, and were only able to bring you the following plays from our replay camera. On 3rd and goal from the Darien 5, Thomas rolled to his right on the bootleg and threw into the end zone. The Blue Waves' Fletcher deflected the pass into the hands of Seymour's Tim Sadek for the game's first score. Pollock's kick was wide to the left, and the score remained Seymour 6, Darien nothing. On Seymour's ensuing kickoff, Fletcher fielded the football at his 5-yard line and wove his way through the defense to his 36-yard line, with Alapat making the stop. Darien ran 3 plays from scrimmage short of a first down. At this time, we resolved our technical difficulties, and we pick up the game action with Stisser's punt.
Stisser punting the football away for Coach Mike Sangster's team, and he gets it off. And
Seymour's got to field these punts.
Bucky Pollock watches it, and it is going to die at the 10, or is that inside? Inside the 10-yard line. So the Wildcats will be pinned in very poor field position after the Darien punt rolls dead inside the 10.
And you got to field those punts on this type of a football field. They can roll forever. Field position, very big part of the game, and Seymour has allowed 2 punts to drop. This one hurts them with field position as they're backed up inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. So a long way to go. 92 yards away from Seymour's second score here in this second quarter.
Seymour leads at 6-0. We're at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven, the Class M Finals. On Cable 10 Sports, Valley High School Football Game of the Week. Give inside.
Whoa.
That is Sympathy. He's taken down by Howe, the linebacker.
Algieri got the first part. He's going to be down low, number 45, and then watch number 50 again get a good crank into Sympathy. Up high, pretty good pop. Maybe a yard gain for the Wildcats. It'll be a second down. Good job by Charlie Howe, the junior, coming up into Sympathy for the stop.
So a 2nd and 9 for Seymour at their 9-yard line. They lead it, but they're pinned deep in their own territory in the second quarter here. Single back set. There's a wing, actually. And the Cats, let's see if that was Sympathy on the wing. That was Aldo on the wing. He's stopped by Zagrita, the co-captain of the Darien Blue Wave.
Zagrita will come from the top of your picture. He almost takes the handoff here as the ball is coming back to Aldo on the inside reverse. And boy, Zagrita, the senior, read that one very well, but it took a long time for that play to get back to the center of the formation. Allowed the Darien Blue Wave to jump it, and it's going to be a 3rd and about 12, and not a passing area for the Seymour Wildcats. Let's see what Matt Thomas chooses to do here on a 3rd and long.
Well, Seymour spreads the field, and there's nobody in back of Thomas on 3rd and long. And Thomas runs out of the formation. Matt Thomas at the 30, at the 40, at midfield before he's taken out of bounds by Stisser on the far side of the field. Thomas on the quarterback keeper.
Very surprised because one has to think this is a quarterback draw. As Eddie said, they spread everybody. Thomas does a great job of finding an opening, and he's got pretty good wheels. He'll get down the field. It's between him and number 24, Tim Stitzer, and Stitzer has an angle. Brings him down at about the 44-yard line inside Darien territory. Great play for that Seymour offense as they get out of trouble with that one.
You'll notice on the replay, too, that Stitzer, of course, tried to strip the football away from Matt Thomas, but was unable to do so. So the Cats running out of that spread formation, running their quarterback, and now they have great field position. They lead at 6-0. They have a wing to the right side. And Aldo, the lone setback, and Aldo for a pair down to the 42.
Just trying to come over the right side with a quick handoff.
That was Zach Green, the defensive end, who first got to Aldo.
Green and Howe running from that linebacker position has pretty good lateral pursuit, able to get in on most of the stops. He's a very, very tough football player for that Blue Wave defense.
So the ball is at the 42 of Darien. Second down for Seymour. Staying set. Sympathy, wing to the right side. The give straight ahead. Aldo is hit at the line of scrimmage, and then Mike bolts forward for one more yard on the play.
Ball came out, but the referees will say that Aldo is down. Runs into a lot of problems.
Pacelli was right there, Bud.
Had the first part of his ankle, could not make much more than a half a yard. It's going to be a 3rd and long. Look for Seymour here to throw the ball for the first time on this 3rd down, or actually second. They scored with the touchdown, but look for a pass here from the Wildcats as it's a 3rd and long.
3rd down. You see Pantaleo and Pollock to the bottom part of your screen, and 3rd and long with the football at the 42 of Darien. Seymour leading at 6-0. A fake scissors play, but it is picked up by Sadik alertly. That ball could have been turned over to the Blue Wave. Tim Sadik at least fell on the football, picked it up, and then held on for it, covered for the Cats.
Trying again, come to Aldo on the scissors, and this is a poor, really, exchange as Aldo never had it. Watch Sadik cover it and then pick it up, try and get a couple yards. Seymour is going to punt the football here. Good job by number 8 staying with that, preventing a big play.
Garnett.
And Seymour will be forced to punt the football.
And Sobieski at his 40. Punted away. A well-played first half here at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. Our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week. That's Fletcher. And Fletcher looking for the wall. He's not going to get outside. Pollock on the stop for the Cats.
Watch Pollock at the top of your picture if we get a replay on this. Just does everything he's supposed to do on special teams. He's got outside contain. Coach told him nobody will ever get outside of you. He's being blocked. He plays off the block, keeps his outside contained, and then comes off the block to make the stop. Great job by Eric Pollock, number 24 for the Wildcats.
We've got a timeout on the field, and let's take it with them.
Hot Tops, your #1 custom printing professionals. At Hot Tops' new 15,000 square foot facility in Shelton, our automated textile printer will handle any size order quickly and efficiently. Artwork can be reproduced or designed for you in our graphic art department. As the largest in-house embroidery facility in the area, and see why Hot Tops is #1. In business for 19 years, Hot Tops features an ad specialty product line that includes mugs, sports bottles, and a wide variety of imprinted items. For your next order, call Hot Tops, where your image is our business.
Welcome back to Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. Seymour has just punted to Darien. Darien has it. First down. Davidson will option to Stisser. But all over him are the Cats. First it was Aldo. And then Sobieski and Sadik, all in the area for the defense for Seymour.
Seymour doing a good job of getting to the outside and taking the option away. I don't think there is concern with Davidson turning up the field, and so they've concentrated on the pitch. They have prevented that pitch from turning the corner. Done a good job with their cornerbacks coming up and taking away the option, and that's a big part of the Darien offense.
So a loss on the play. It'll be a 2nd and 11. The ball on the 22-yard line. We're in the second quarter here at Ken Strong Stadium. Cloudy December afternoon. The toss to the wide side. Stisser, unable to get anywhere. I think it was Sobieski again who tripped him up initially. Sobieski, a 6'3", 207-pound senior defensive end.
Darien has not been able to get to their point of attack. Watch as he gets here. Stitzer's got to kick it back outside because number 59 just does a great job of playing off the block. That's Troy Sobieski. Forces him to the outside. Contain picks up the tackle, and it's going to be another loss for Darien, a big third. They're going to be about 14 yards away from a first down here. Just an excellent job by that Seymour defense.
3rd and long. And Davidson on a play fake. He's going to throw down the
wobbler.
middle. For Fletcher, who's got great hands, but Fletcher cannot pull this one in. It was Pollock, Thomas, and Steve Donato all on coverage for Seymour.
Davidson gets a flutter ball here. It does not turn over for him, and it allows Pollock and Thomas to cover the deep receiver. They're both on it. Pollock goes up, almost comes down with the interception, but great coverage by Seymour. Darien is going to be forced to punt the football again. Their offense has not really gotten out of the bus yet in this first half. It has been all Seymour's defense.
Stisser is the punter, and he'll go back at actually inside his 10-yard line.
Let's see if Seymour can field this one, because they'll have pretty good field position if they do.
And Stisser is an excellent punter. And this time it is Thomas who has it hit off his uniform, hit off the front of his body, but Thomas falls on it, so the Cats will have very good field position at the Darien 48-yard line.
Great job by Matt Thomas, just realizing that as he comes up, he tries to get away, the ball hits right up in his belt buckle, covers it right away, and Seymour with a great field position. Their fourth possession of this football game, and they have had an outstanding drive for one touchdown, starting back inside their own 30. Let's see what they can do starting inside Darien territory for the first time.
Panaleo and Pollock to the bottom of your screen on first down. Cats lead it 6-0. I know they would like to score again in this first half. They'll hand off inside. They'll hand off to the fullback Aldo for a pair. Now Darien has made the adjustments defensively, shutting off some of the plays.
Solid blocking up front. Look at Barker and Mullen just straight ahead with Sobieski, trying to get Aldo a lane. He picks up a couple. It'll be a second down, about 8 yards for Seymour to gain the first. We're somewhere around 4 minutes here in this first half left to play. Can't get a look at the clock from my position. But
I got a peek, but it's more like
4:09. Not bad. I still got a little feeling.
It's
3:09.
Yeah, it's about
no feeling. Wow.
About 3 minutes left.
It is really moving.
Second down for the Cats. They're at the 46 of Darien. Seymour leads it 6-0. The deep handoff. That goes to Sympathy. Sympathy is hit first by Algieri, but then Matt spins forward, and he picks up a couple of additional yards for Seymour down to the 44.
Algieri gets down blocked by Alapak, comes off it, gets a piece of Sympathy. Sympathy breaks the tackle, gets maybe another yard, but a good job by Ryan Algier, who comes off that block. Charlie Howe again in there to mop up for the Darien Blue Wave, and they've got a block number 45 here. He's right over the nose and been a tough guy to handle for Seymour here in this game.
Third down for Seymour at the 45. Play fake. Thomas throws it out. That is Aldo. Mike Aldo takes a pop. First of all from Melzer.
Gonna get a first down on that one unless the spot is off.
Aldo then just went forward as if the tackle was not even there before being taken down by Garnett.
Great job on that one by Matt Thomas. He got a lot of pressure very quickly, able to get the football outside. Number 24, Stitzer, missed the tackle, allowing the first down, and Seymour is inside the 40 at about the 36-yard line of Darien. 1:49 left in this first half, and the clock moving.
So we'll spot it at the 36-yard line of Darien. Seymour leads it 6-0. First down for the Cats. The fake to Aldo on the scissors. That goes to Sympathy, but Garnett is not buying it.
That's the third time that they've run it. Seymour has run it. It's the third time that Darien has buried it. This time number 8, Garnett comes through, and he just levels Aldo as he tries to come on that inside scissors. It has not been a plus play for Seymour here in this first half. Good job reading it by the Darien defense.
And with the clock moving down to about a minute to go, you've got to look to throw the football if Seymour wants to put up any more points here in the first half. 2nd and 11. Now out of the eye, it is man Sympathy. He'll run downfield. I was looking for him to break it outside, but then Matt took it up down to the 23-yard line. It's going to be a Seymour first down.
Seymour gets a great run by Sympathy. Watch him hug the outside blocking. He gets a good down block. He's got Thomas along with number 89 Sadik with pretty good blocking. He gets around the outside, picks up the first down. Seymour takes their first time out here in this first half to stop the clock. They are down at about the 23-yard line. Another good drive for Seymour.
And credit Alex Alapat with another great block on the play. It's that offensive line for the Seymour Wildcats.
51 seconds left. Seymour has 2 timeouts. They're within striking distance now, and they've got another good drive. As you see Bobby Kello right in the middle with the headsets. Just behind him, head coach Paul Sponheimer. And then you get a look at the Blue Wave defense. have not done a great deal on offense, but their defense has done a creditable job, and they're going to be asked to come up big right here. They don't want to go in at halftime down 2 touchdowns to the Wildcats in this Class M final.
And especially with the fact that Seymour is going to get the football to start the third quarter.
Seymour deferred in that opening kickoff toss, or on the toss. They will get it as they start the third quarter. Right now, I know Paul Sponheimer would like to get some kind of points on the board. The field goal would be pretty big, too, considering they did not convert the 1-point kick. They're down, or they're up 6-0, but they're 1 score away from being down here to Darien, and the Seymour Wildcats would like to be ahead by at least 8 or 9 going in at halftime.
Eric Pollock has 2 field goals on the season. First down for the Cats. They've gotten their instructions from the sidelines. And Thomas will hand off to Sympathy. And Sympathy inside the 20-yard line, taken down by Fletcher along with Zagrita on the play for Darien.
Seymour again will stop the clock. They try and bounce it to the outside. Good blocks there as the guard pulls out, but Zagrita just picks up Sympathy. Seymour will take a second timeout. Now they've only got 1 more, so they can't afford to run the football again unless they want to put it down and kick a field goal. They're going to have to put it up, and a very unusual for Seymour not to throw the football, as they have almost been exclusively on the ground in this game.
Well, Pollock has kicked 2 field goals on the season. 40 seconds remaining in the first half. As you look into the Seymour huddle on the sidelines, and Bob Kello doing the talking, and now we get a look at the officials here working this football game.
Referee there is Dave Davies from the Eastern Board, and certainly an honor for these guys to work the finals. I know just being involved in any CIAC playoff game for an official is just a great honor, and you know, it's what you work for all year, and to be rewarded by being given that game is certainly a great thrill for all of these guys working it.
It'll be a 2nd and 6 for the Cats when we resume play here. The football at the 19-yard line of Darien. Seymour leads it 6-0, scoring in the early part of the second quarter. Thomas, a play fake. Looking, throwing for Pantaleo in the end zone. We've got a flag dropped on the play. Lennon was defending on the play for Darien, and now let's see which way it goes.
That's going against Seymour. That's going to be against number 15. And that is going to bring the football back. I will bet my check this week it goes against Seymour. Cannot happen.
Well, it's on tape, and
I
he has
got to
said
give
it.
you a check because this cannot happen.
That's going to go against the Blue Wave.
We're not going to get a real good look at it, but the offensive man initiates the contact, so I don't know, and I got to agree with you, Coach. It's going to be a 15-yarder or half the distance to the goal, so it will not put any points on the board, but certainly moves Seymour a lot closer and certainly within field goal range here, and it'll give them a 1st and goal. 34 seconds left in this first half. Seymour has 1 timeout. I think Darien is going to take one here to talk it over.
And the football is just inside the 10-yard line.
Well, I got to go over to Cablevision, see if they got a better replay before I pay off.
Well, more interesting,
I
want to see if you want to see if you come through with what you said on tape.
I got to pay my check. As soon as Liz Kennard pays us here, we'll get it off to you.
I'll take that check.
To your favorite charity.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Wow. A lot of guys shaking their head. They at least agree with me on that one up here.
And again, we look into the Seymour
And I'll tell you
huddle.
what, if Hal Levy says it was not a defense, here we go. The defensive guy is there, and the offensive guy runs him over to get to the football. So it's, I don't know how you can give a defensive penalty here on that one. You can, huh? Well, that's why we're up here. Seymour with 1 timeout, 34 seconds, ball inside, right inside the 10-yard line there, or just inside the 10. If they run the football, they're not going to have another opportunity unless they take the timeout, throw it in the end zone. So right here, look for him probably to throw the football, try and get it into the end zone.
Big series of downs coming up. Might have a big effect on this football game. Goes without saying. Running the football, that is Aldo. Maybe setting it up for that field goal attempt.
Well, they got to get on the ball real quick.
As he ran to the center of the field, of course, they could spike it. Thomas could spike it and then stop the clock. Let's see what they do. And that's just what he does.
Well, they still got a timeout left. 14 seconds left in this half, so I don't understand the strategy. If they want to set the field goal up, they got an opportunity to use that timeout. Right now, with 14 seconds, they do have a chance. They could run the football here or they could throw with the timeout, but don't understand the strategy.
So we'll spot the ball at the 7-yard line of the Darien Blue Wave. We've got 14 seconds remaining in the first half, and that time is official. The official time being kept right up here to our left here in the West Haven press box. Seymour leads it 6-0. And Thomas with that spread formation.
Quarterback draw again, and they're going to back themselves up. So
a delay of game
penalty.
That's
like a sack.
So we'll move it out to the 12-yard line. 14 ticks remaining. Panaleo and Pollock out to the right. Aldo and Sadik to the left. Well, you called it the quarterback draw, but there to make the play and make the play was Algieri.
It's going to be a 32-yarder rather than being at the 9. As this is going to be not a good call here, as the quarterback is going to get nailed for the sack. Again, Algieri with the tackle, and it's going to put the kicker back at about his 22-yard line, so a 32-yarder, and whatever wind there is at West Haven is going to be coming right at him. So it's going to be a pretty good kick for Seymour, and
it'll be out of the hold of Matt Thomas.
Eric Pollock.
Seymour leads 6-0. We have 8 ticks remaining in the first half, and Pollock setting up for a 32-yarder. Buddy, another thought with the overcast skies, I've got to think at halftime that they're going to have to turn on the lights here and give them a chance to be functioning for the second half. Because it is rather dark. It's a December afternoon. The placement, the kick, it is up, but it will be wide to the left side. The same side Pollock missed the extra point to begin the second quarter, and our score remains at Seymour 6 and Darien nothing.
Darien's going to have one opportunity with 3 seconds here to move the football. As you see, their defense did come up big, and Seymour unable to convert any points. Seymour does have a 6-0 lead. Their touchdown coming by way of a pass to Timmy Sadik. The way Darien is lined up, they're just going to take a knee.
And that's what Davidson does, and we have concluded matters here in the first half of play from Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. Our first half score, Seymour 6 and Darien nothing. Back after this.
I hang out with a pretty trashy circle, the circle that helps this circle. It starts when we recycle trash at home. It's completed when we buy products made from recycled materials. Check the label for something called post-consumer recycled content. Then buy the highest percentage of it you can find. Complete the circle.
Call 1-800-CALL-EDF for your free Buy Recycled shopping guide. 1-800-CALL-EDF.
Welcome back, everyone, at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven, and we'll have just a little talk between Buddy and myself at halftime. Buddy, Solid defensive effort from both these schools here this afternoon. Seymour, the lone touchdown.
The only break was the Seymour drive. Went over 70 yards. An exclusive drive on the ground until the touchdown, but Seymour did a great job of getting the football off the tackles and into the middle, the running of Alapat along with Sympathy and Matt Thomas. And then Thomas converting a bootleg into a touchdown. Ball was deflected, but Timmy Sadik able to pull it in. Sam Fletcher was the guy who deflected it. Seymour went on the board 6-0. The extra point was wide. Seymour had an opportunity in this last drive to put some more points on the board. Were unable to do that as the Darien defense came up with the stop. Seymour goes in 6-0. Darien has done absolutely nothing on offense. They've got 1 first down. I don't think it's the problem with the quarterback, as Andrew Davidson seems to be as mobile as he probably could be with a broken bone in his metatarsal or in the foot, but I don't think Darien really has been able to get on track. They have not been able to do what they do very well, which is run the option, and the throwing game has not been good at all. They've just gotten the ball up in the air and really not well thrown footballs. So they're right now going to go in at halftime. I think they're going to have a little talk and discussion about what they can do as they come back out in this second half, because the Seymour defense has really done a great job against that offense.
All right, if you're Paul Sponheimer, what do you say to your team?
I say, boy, I'll tell you, give me another half like this, we're going to have a hell of a banquet, because that defense has played great. The offense has done a good job moving the ball. They have not hurt them. Matt Thomas has been able to run. The big quarterback draw got them out of some trouble down deep in their own territory. Both Alapat and Sympathy do a good job of carrying that football. Their offensive line has been outstanding right across the front. So if I'm Paul Sponheimer, I've got to say, hey, we played a great first half, but we got to play a better second half, because Darien is going to come out and they're going to give us something to think about on offense. This Darien football team is not going to go home with only 1 first down. And Seymour's got to understand that, you know, it's 2 halves. They come out and play like they did in the first half, they're going to bring a championship back to the Valley and Seymour.
And we will find out everything that Buddy's been talking about. We'll find out how everything unravels here in the second half. And when we come back with the second half kickoff, it'll be Darien kicking off to the Seymour Wildcats. We'll be coming back to that kickoff right after Valley Worthy of Note.
Welcome to Valley Worthy of Note, a bi-weekly update of people, places, and events making news in your communities. The State Department of Environmental Protection recently honored 90 individuals who have promoted natural resource conservation and environmental awareness. Among those receiving the prestigious Green Circle Award were Jay and Jackie Halburn of Oxford. The Halburns help train individuals in forest management, putting their neighbors in touch with the land stewardship program. They have also turned their lawn into a wildlife habitat.
We received the award because the little guy in Connecticut is being recognized for small efforts to improve our environment. And I think it's a wonderful program so that people can receive recognition for what we do on a local, individual basis.
For several years, efforts have been underway to clean up the contaminated site of the former Seymour Specialty Wire Company and get the area productive again. Since a spectacular fire gutted the plant in 1996, workers have been busy removing hazardous materials from the mill's dilapidated buildings. The town has been negotiating with the Stop and Shop supermarket chain about plans to construct a 70,000 square foot store and a building with 12,000 square feet of retail space. The town's proposal includes building a riverside boardwalk, kiosk, dock with cafe-style tables, and possibly a restaurant on the 64-acre site. 9-year-old Brian Antonucci of Naugatuck won a bronze medal in the sparring division at an international martial arts competition held in Fuji, Italy. A student at Chizik Tang Soo Do Karate Federation in Walcott, Brian has participated for about 5 years, following in his dad's footsteps. Their travels have included places like Hungary and Moscow, and they plan to travel to Australia next year with the martial arts team. The High School Volunteer Council, part of the Volunteer Action Center, has been in operation for 4 years. The group consists of students, teachers and administrators from Ansonia, Derby, Shelton, Seymour, and Emmett O'Brien high schools. Monthly, students report on projects and fundraisers and discover ways to organize the activities at their own schools. Wilhelmina Kristen, principal of Ansonia High School, knows the council is beneficial for the community and the students.
As a whole, I see more and more students getting involved. I see many activities or charitable events being organized. And again, that reflects on the way this group has been effective. They come up with ideas, they share them. Members from various schools get these ideas and carry them back to their schools and use them.
Valley Worthy of Note has been a presentation of Telemedia Company.
Welcome back, everyone, to Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. The lights have been turned on here on this overcast December afternoon. 1 half to play. Seymour leads it in this Class M Finals. Seymour 6, Darien nothing. Seymour scoring at the end of a long sustained drive.
Interesting statistic that we just picked up from the cable vision who was doing the game back to Darien, but Seymour had the football for over 17 minutes in the first half. And
time of possession.
Only 24, so less than 7 minutes that the Darien Blue Wave had that football, and a great tribute to the Seymour offense.
So just to complete the thought I had, and that was that Seymour did score on that bootleg play on the bootleg look as Matt Thomas rolled to his right. The pass was tipped in the end zone by Fletcher, Sam Fletcher of Darien, into the hands of Tim Sadek. That's our only score. Mulford to kick it off for Darien. Backup quarterback, Jim Mulford, and he squibs it. And Pollock will pick it up at the 20-yard line. And Eric eludes 2 or 3 tackles, still maintains his feet, and gets it out to the 45-yard line. What a great return by number 24.
I think everyone in blue had an opportunity to tackle Eric, and Eric waits to the last minute. He wants to see if the ball is going to roll out, does a good job of picking it up, and then watch him. He's going to get it. Everybody in the blue is going to get a shot at him. The last guy will finally tackle him at about the 45, but Pollock with a great run down the Darien sideline before he's driven out of bounds at the 45. Excellent field position for the Wildcats as they begin this second half of football.
First down for Seymour. They lead it 6-0. High formation. They'll hand to Matt Sympathy, but Matt is going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's Chacos, Brian Chacos, the backer, 6'4", 230-pound sophomore on the tackle.
Seymour will try and get back to where they made a living in the first half, and that's the run game inside the tackles. Cheros comes off the block. He's only a sophomore, but he's 6'4", 230. Makes the stop, 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball right at that 45 as you get a look at the Darien side and some of their fans who have come down from Darien to support this 12-0 football team.
Sadek sets up as a tight end to the left side. And a fake, and Matt Thomas into the secondary after the fake, and Thomas deep into Darien territory. Stisser finally knocks him out of bounds.
Everybody goes with the fake inside as Aldo does a good job holding the linebackers. Then it becomes a foot race. Matt Thomas again turns the corner. Number 24, Stitzer, is going to come and finally drive him out of bounds, but a great run by Matt Thomas again inside the 30 at the Darien 28-yard line. As you get a look at Bobby Keller right there, he has to be very pleased at the way his quarterback has been able to run the football here this afternoon.
Matt Thomas, the junior quarterback, first down at the 28 for the Cats, knocking on the door. They'll give the Sympathy. Matt bounces it off the left side and then tries to cut it upfield, but he meets a stone wall. And leading the charge from the secondary is Alex Melzer.
Segretti, number 89, is also, as he bounces to the left, looks like right here he's going to go somewhere, and then number 89 along with help from Melzer just put him to the turf. He picks up about 2 on that one, a second about 8 for the Wildcats, you get a good look at that offense, and they played a lot here in this football game.
And this is a key possession always, the first one of the second half, and the Cats would like to dent the end zone. Thomas, after the fake, calls his own number for 3 on the play, down to the 23.
I'm not so sure whether he wanted to give the ball to Aldo and then did not, and then just decides to follow him. It looked like he was unsure whether to hand off or not, just follows Aldo back up inside for about 3 yards.
At the bottom of the pile was Christian Garnett for Darien. 3rd and 5. The football at the 23.
Darien has stayed in that even or 4 front with the 3 linebackers. They've come out and stayed the same way in this second half.
Again, Aldo on the fake, but it is Thomas who pulls it out of the belly. Holt takes it himself, and he's going to be close to the yardage needed for the first down. Don't believe he's picked it up.
Again, this is a problem. The quarterback wants to give, and then he tries to pull. He pulled Aldo right around, but holds onto it close to that first down inside the 20-yard line. They're going to be about a half a yard short. Big 4th down here for the Wildcats and that Blue Wave defense.
Zach Green dragged him down on the play for Darien. 4th and inches. Darien defense digging in. The Cats would like to pick it up and sustain this drive. Matt Thomas, first down Cats.
Just a quarterback coming over the center right guard behind Sobieski and Barker. Picks up first down yardage. They're down inside the 20-yard line at about the 17. First down for the Wildcats. Again, another good drive set up by the opening kickoff. Eric Pollock put him in good field position at the 45. Seymour has done a good job in getting down inside the 20. Matt Thomas, a big part of that running game at quarterback as you look right down the line of scrimmage.
Sympathy, a wing to the right side. Aldo behind Thomas as quarterback. First down for the Cats. And Thomas is who ends up with Brian Chacos on the stop. And Thomas again holds on to it.
Again, he's going to try and come up behind the block of Jason Barker. Alapat leads the way, but Chacos just again all over quarterback Matt Thomas. Maybe a half a yard on that one. Second down, about 9.
So we'll spot the football at the 17 of Darien in the 3rd quarter. We're at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. It's the Class M state final. Again, Thomas, he'll toss it to the short side. Sympathy. And Sympathy for a Seymour first down, or what looks like a first down. It'll depend on the spot and where Matt went out of bounds.
This time they finally get the ball outside on the option, and this is a big part of Seymour's offense. Watch Thomas just get it to the outside. Sympathy catches it in stride, turns the corner. We'll see where they mark it, but I think he's going to get the first down.
It was Zach Green, the defensive end to that side, taking Sympathy down. But it is a first down and a 1st and goal for the Cats, as they have taken the second half kickoff, and they have executed their game plan flawlessly. They're controlling the line of scrimmage in the football. Sympathy straight up the gut for a pair. Taken down by Algieri.
He'll get help from Charlie Howe also, but they just try and come right back up the gut. Good job by Howe and Algieri closing it down. Sympathy, though, edging closer to that goal line. Seymour again, 2nd and goal. Look for him again to maybe come with that option. They've had good success the couple times that they've used it because they forced Darien to respect that inside game, been able to get to the outside when they needed it.
2nd and goal for the Cats. Sadek, tight end, left side. Thomas, a soft middle, and Thomas. There's no indication from the official.
They gave him a touchdown.
Touchdown. There is an indication. And Thomas in for the score.
Thomas just comes right up Sobieski's rear end, and there is a soft area there, and he is going to keep his feet long enough to get into the end zone. So a score now for Seymour as they open up the second half with another good drive on offense, 55 yards, exclusively done on the ground. You get a look there at Head coach Paul Sponheimer has to be very pleased with the way his offense has been able to come out here in the second half and get on the board.
Some of the words he used with me during the week: smash mouth football. That work ethic. The toss for the 2 points. That is Aldo for the 2.
Just a great play, as it looked as if Thomas was going to sit back. Rather than throw the football, Thomas just pitches it out to a deep Mike Aldo. Caught the ball at about the 12-yard line and then was able to turn the corner. Had some good blocks on the corner. Gets in for the 2-point conversion. Watch how deep he is when he finally gets the football, but able to turn the corner and to get into the far or near corner of that end zone. Seymour 14.
And Darien nothing, our new score, and we'll be coming right back right after this.
But you don't understand.
Our wish for you is for a holiday season filled with joy and good cheer in the hearts of children, young and old. In this season that brings families together, we'd like to wish you and yours happiness, peace, and prosperity. Now and in the new year ahead. Happy holidays from all of us.
Greetings for a happy, healthy holiday season from Telemedia Corporation.
Welcome back, everyone, to Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. Being helped off for the field for Darien, middle guard Ryan Algieri. He was hurt on that extra point conversion by the Wildcats. And a big extra point conversion it was, buddy. Now Seymour taking a 14-0 lead. They consumed 5 minutes off the clock. We got 7 minutes, 2 ticks remaining. And you noted before, they controlled the time of possession in the first half.
If someone was to say to me that Seymour would be ahead 14-0 and they did it really almost exclusively by the ground game, I would say, wow. I'm not so sure that's going to happen with Bobby Kello as the offensive coordinator, but Bobby really has come in with a game plan to run this football. He has committed himself, he and Paul Sponheimer committed themselves to running the football, and they really have been able to do a great job against this Darien defense.
Well, I think Coach Sponheimer would add his input, and he says, behind that offensive line, I'm going to live and die with them on the run. Anyway, Bucky Pollock in your picture getting set to kick it off. And remember, it was his great return of the second half kickoff that set up a great field position. That's Fletcher on the other end, and he can go the distance on any play. He's taken down at the 33-yard line, and that's where the Blue Wave will put it on offense, their first possession of the second half.
Ball bounces, picks it up. Fletcher does it about the 6-yard line, just comes straight up the field. Tries to pick up some blocking, runs into some problems right at the 30-yard line, and he'll get, you see number 89.
That's Sadik.
Sadik on top of it. This is a key series, I think, for Darien. They've got to do something offensively. They've got to get a couple first downs at least.
I don't think there's any question about it. That is Stisser, their bread and butter back. He's trying to get outside of contain, but it's Thomas from the secondary preventing Stisser from getting outside.
Again, just coming outside, trying to get the ball carrier wide, and watch the pursuit come in and pick up the attempt by Stitzer to turn the corner. Again, Thomas coming from his safety position with very good speed, closing it off, picks up about 2 yards, a 2nd and 8 for Darien.
It's Andrew Davidson handing off deep. Again, it's Stitzer as Darien trying to get their ground game in motion here. It is Matt Sympathy taking Stitzer down after the short pickup.
Got a counter play, and Stitzer tries to come back, pick up a couple, but still going to be a 3rd and long here for Darien. Darien has got to get something going, because I don't believe right now that they actually believe they can win this game. Their offense has really not been able to help them in this game.
Play fake, and Andrew, the left-handed tosser, throws it out. It's a wide open receiver. That is Lennon on the reception, and Lennon brings the football down to the Seymour 41-yard line.
And this is the first time the fans on our side right in front of us have been able to get up and cheer for anything that the Blue Wave has been able to do here, as quarterback Davidson gets the ball to the outside. Wide open is Pat Lennon. He'll turn up and get down close to the 40-yard line before he is knocked down. Big play for Darien as they were able to keep this drive alive.
First down for the Blue Wave at the 42 of Seymour. Second back to the short side. That is Stisser. And Stisser is going to be close to a first down as he remains in bounds.
If you're Seymour, you've got to be concerned that Darien is starting to have a little bit of a pep rally. And there's a little bit of resurgence here on the side of the field. A little bit of life back into that Darien offense as Stitzer gets to the outside, picks up about 7 on that first down carry. Ball right at the 35-yard line.
The ball at the 35. It is second and short for Darien. Seymour leads it 14-0. The play fake to Stisser. And Davidson to the wide side. He'll throw it out. He completes it to Chacos on the play. No, check that to a tight end, Christian Garnett. And that's going to be a Blue Wave first down. And Davidson was being pressured by the Seymour defense.
Great job by Davidson unloading here as he's going to have number 57 right on his back as he releases Alapat there, but able to get it off. Another first down for Darien, and you get a look at their side. Their fans are finally up and have something to cheer about here as Davidson makes a big play.
And Garnett is out of the fullback spot, and Davidson is going to put the football up. This time he goes for Chacos, who is a wide receiver out to the right side. It's incomplete. It'll be a 2nd and 10 for Darien.
Great coverage by Seymour. Number 2 getting over, and that's Aldo, on coverage, preventing the reception. Brings up a 2nd down, but Davidson starting to get the ball outside a little bit better than he did in the first half.
Lennon and Fletcher out to the right side. Segreta is the tight end to the left side. The fullback is Garnett. And the give is to Stisser. A wide opening for Stisser. And Stisser inside the 20 and banks it down to the 10.
Darien is coming up the middle now. A couple openings here as Stitzer. This is the hardest that he has run in this football game. Good block inside by Garnett. And then Stitzer comes up, picking up another first down. He'll get knocked down right at about the 11-yard line by Sadik, but a good drive here by the Blue Wave as they have come alive here after that last Seymour score.
Stisser came into the football game with 19 touchdowns for Coach Mike Sangster's team. And this time it is Stisser for a couple on the play off the left side.
Again, he will follow the block of the fullback. Again, that's Garnett. Get down to about the 9. Carter on the stop, the junior, Ben Carter, stops him at about the 9-yard line. 2nd down for this Blue Wave offense.
3.5 minutes for Darien. Left in this third quarter, down by 2 scores. Play fake, Davidson with good time. Now he's looking to throw, but he takes a pop there. Number 66, Derek Jones, 6 foot, 230 pounds. Junior defensive tackle.
I don't think this is what Darien wants, as their quarterback is not very mobile. He's got a problem now, and boy, I'll tell you, Jones just comes through and levels him. A loss on the play. It'll be a big 3rd and about 15. They can get to about the 1.5 for the first down, but realistically, they're going to be shooting for the end zone right here.
3rd down from the Seymour 16. Another play fake, and Andrew Davidson looking into the end zone. He has a receiver at the 7-yard line. That's Fletcher. It comes up short of the yardage needed for the first down. It'll be a 4th down coming up.
Davidson's got a lot of time. He puts a string on this one. Watch him drill number 11, Sam Fletcher, as this one is just zinged in there. Fletcher goes up, catches it, ball at the 6. They got to get to the 1.5-yard line. Big 4th down here for both football teams.
Davidson on 4th and goal from the 6. Davidson over the middle. The pass is deflected, knocked down, incomplete pass. Seymour will take over on down.
Davidson looks to find a receiver. He's going to get pressured as he sits at the 15. Ball is going to get tipped inside there. Looks like number 57.
Alex
knocked it down, so Seymour will take over. Ball at the 6-yard line. Darien came alive. Seymour dodges the bullet. We'll see if it has any effect right now. If Seymour can take the football and move it from their 6 down the field with a couple first down, it may negate all of the pep rally action that just took place by Darien.
And the Wildcats deep in their own territory. They want to guard the football. That is Matt Sympathy running it out to the left side for good yardage on first down.
If you're Seymour, you want to hold on to the football. You don't want to turn it over here, even if you have to punt the ball after 3 downs. As Sympathy tries to bounce it to the outside. Good job by Darien in closing that down. Some of the Darien fans on the side, near side here.
Second down, 2nd and 4 for Seymour. They're at their 11-yard line. Handoff inside to the fullback Mike Aldo for a short gain. Out to the 14.
Good pressure inside by that Darien defense. You see right on top, Charlie Howell's been all around the football for Darien. Aldo gets a couple. It's a 3rd and makeable here. Big play for that Darien defense. They'd like to get the football back right now. Seymour would like to at least get another couple first downs, and this one's going to determine whether they can hold on to the ball.
And Thomas.
Ooh, they closed that middle off.
Trying to take it straight ahead, but this time Darien was waiting for it.
Darien is giving that soft middle this time. Boy, I'll tell you, there's very little, and somebody just drills them.
Somebody shot the gap there.
Looks like my number 45,
Algieri.
Ryan Algieri. He just got right to Matt Thomas. Stops him short of that first down. Seymour's going to be forced to punt. So Algieri limped off a minute ago, and he just took it to Matt Thomas on that play. And it's going to force Seymour's punt. Watch Seymour try and draw him off here.
Now they're going to try to shift right now. They shift.
They did.
And they
got it.
And Algieri was in the neutral zone, so the ploy worked for the Seymour Wildcats, and they'll pick up an extremely important first down.
We saw them do that in the Crosby game 3 straight times successfully, and this is a big one. Seymour was not going to go for it here. Watch number 45. He just steps in. Can't understand it because it wasn't initial. He had a chance to think about it, steps into the neutral zone, and the Wildcats have picked up a very big first down.
And the time is running down here. We may not even get another play off here in the 3rd quarter as the Cats are milking the clock. The time has run out in the 3rd quarter. Our 3rd quarter score from here at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. Seymour 14, Darien nothing.
Hot Tops, your #1 custom printing professionals. At Hot Tops' new 15,000 square foot facility in Shelton, our automated textile printer will handle any size order quickly and efficiently. Artwork can be reproduced or designed for you in our graphic art department. As the largest in-house embroidery facility in the area, and see why Hot Tops is #1. In business for 19 years, Hot Tops features an ad specialty product line that includes mugs, sports bottles, and a wide variety of imprinted items. For your next order, call Hot Tops, where your image is our business.
We're back, everyone. 4th quarter at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. The Cats have just picked up a great first down. They shifted. They got Darien to get into the neutral zone on 4th and about a foot. They pick up the first down via the penalty. And they are at their 19, and they lead it 14-0. And they're just going to keep the football on the ground. Thomas to the short side, holds on to it. The junior quarterback is still in bounds at the 25.
Thomas holds, lets Aldo clear, reads it very well, gets the end to commit, and then just gets around the corner, picks up about 5 yards. Matt Thomas has just done a magnificent job in running the offense here for Seymour in this football game.
Seymour is just going to keep on doing what they have been doing. Basic football. I formation. 2nd down. The give is to Sympathy. He's going to be slowed up. Number 68 now in for Algieri for Darien. Evan O'Brien got first to Sympathy.
O'Brien just comes clean. right into the backfield. Sympathy really has no opportunity. He'll get help in there, but O'Brien will get credit for that one. A loss of about 2. It'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats. And considering what they have done so far, either look for that quarterback to run the football. I don't think they're going to throw it down here backed up at their own 21-yard line.
Zadig tight end to the left side.
Quarterback draw? Nah. Got a fullback.
3rd and long. And the give is to the fullback. That is Aldo, and Mike cracks it up to the 24.
So Coach Paul Sponheimer is going to leave it up to his defense here. Aldo just tries to come over Alapat, and Darien closes that right down. Number 89 at the bottom.
Co-captain Steve Segrita. He, along with Andrew Davidson, the co-captains of the Blue Wave this year. And a 4th down kicking situation. Troy Sobieski at his 12. Alapat is the long snapper. Alex has long snapped for 3 years now and completing a stellar career at Seymour. Sobieski's punt, a fair catch called for by Fletcher at the 44, and the Blue Wave has it again.
I would say that it's essential that they get on the board right now if they want to be in this football game. We've got 9:45 left to go. They've got to score right now, and then they've got to stop Seymour, and they've got to get another one. So a lot in front of Darien if they want to get back into this football game. They are 56 yards away from a score.
Davidson will fake the handoff, and Andrew takes it himself, and I believe he's picked up a 1st down, if my spot is correct, at the 45 of Seymour.
That time Darien dipped into the Seymour playbook. Davidson just follows his fullback right back up the middle. Very close to 1st down yardage. They will bring the flags in from that far sideline. As Eddie said, he thinks he has it. I do too. As they stretch it out, he's going to have it by the length of the football. So a 1st down for Darien as they cross into Seymour territory. Good run that time by Andrew Davidson. Picking up just about 10+ yards for the 1st, as you see Paul Sponheimer there. Trying to talk to his defense. He wants his defense to know that this is a big series in this game.
1st down for Darien. Yep, Davidson, after the play fake, he'll throw it. He was going for his tight end. The pass is tipped. It's incomplete. Once again, Thomas around the football. Aldo, along with Steve Donato. What a story Steve Donato is, taking over for Seth Moranek, who separated his shoulder in the Berlin game.
89, Segreta comes across. They try and find him. Unable to catch it. Ball was not well thrown. Be a 2nd down for the Darien football team. You get a look at their pep band on this near side, who have followed Darien all year.
2nd and 10. The give is to Stisser, and Stisser is taken down by Sobieski. A short pickup on 2nd down. It'll be 3rd and long.
53. Bo Pacelli pulls out. Tries to allow Stitzer to turn the corner. Coming off the block, Troy Sobieski makes the stop. Pickup of about 1, maybe 1.5 on that for the Darien offense. They need a big play here, Edward. They need a big play desperately.
3rd down for Darien at the 43. Andrew Davidson holds on to it. He's going to be hammered at the 41. And getting in and putting his helmet in there was Ben Carter, 5'9", 165-pound junior.
Little quarterback Connor, they'll step to the top and then try and bring the quarterback Davidson down underneath. Look at Carter there, just get down underneath the pile, takes the quarterback down. It's a 4th down here, and right now Darien has to go for it. It is all or nothing for the Blue Wave right here. And this could be the football game for Darien. They've got to convert.
4th and 6. They're at the Seymour 42. They'll send Lennon in motion. Garnett is the fullback. Davidson back to throw. Looks to be a screen. He'll screen it to Fletcher. Fletcher will pick up the 1st down and more at the 30, the 20-yard line, at the 10, and from behind, Donato gets him by the jersey and drags him down. A big play by the Darien Blue Wave.
It is all on the line right here as Darien goes for it 4th and 4, and this is a great screen. Watch how Davidson allows everybody in white to come at him. Sobieski, it looks like, recognized it, but too late. Underneath comes Sam Fletcher, and Fletcher almost goes the distance. He breaks a tackle here, and then it's a foot race to the corner.
Back to live action. It is Stisser on the toss. Davidson on the toss to Stisser, but we've got a flag right in the center of the line.
Dead ball. False start. Blue.
Darien tried to get a quick play off, and one of their players was not set or came up out of their stance, so it's going to cost them 5, and they will start 5 yards back to about the 9-yard line. So from the 4, they are back at the 9. It'll still be a 1st and goal for that offense.
1st and goal for Darien. Knocking on the door, 7:40 remaining. The toss to the wide side. They want to get Stisser out there, and Stisser now moves it upfield down to the 5-yard line.
Little pitch by the quarterback, Andrew Davidson. Tim Stitzer turns, then ducks back up inside. Gets across the 5. He's a lot closer to the goal line than the 5.
Stisser again. This time they try the right side, and Stisser in for the Darien score. Darien touchdown.
We're going to have ourselves one heck of a football game here for about the next 7 minutes, as this is a great drive by Darien. They came back, were stopped at the 6 just a moment ago, picked the ball up at the 45, converted a big 4th down, and are in the end zone here. 14-6 in this football game. And I'm going to sneak a 7:09 left to go in this 4th quarter. Big extra point here as Darien's going for the 2.
They're going for 2. In motion, that is Melzer on the extra point. Davidson, play fake,
wide open
to his left.
Ooh.
Throws into the end zone off the hands of his tight end, Segritta.
He had somebody in the far corner absolutely wide open. Watch as he comes out of the boot. To the top of your picture, he's got the guy running the flag who was absolutely wide open. He goes inside to Segritta. Segritta can't get it. Number 11, Fletcher, was by himself in the corner of the end zone.
And a timeout on the field with Darien's kicking up. And we'll be showing you that kickoff right after this.
Sabo Auto Body, a full spectrum of service, experience, knowledge, and high-tech equipment. New state-of-the-art downdraft baking spray booth to duplicate your vehicle's factory finish. Latest technology and frame repair equipment and unibody measuring systems, restoring your vehicle to factory spec. High-tech refrigerant recycling machines. A full range of services, including free estimates and towing service.
All of us at Sabos would like to thank the Valley
for allowing us to serve your repair needs for over 50 years.
Welcome back, everyone. Jim Mulford to kick it off for Darien. Buddy and I were talking about the fact that Darien went for the 2 in the break and what this means for Darien if they score again. Our new score here at West Haven's Ken Strong Stadium, Seymour 14 and Darien 6. 7:09 remaining. Means, of course, that if Darien were to score again, they're forced to go for 2. To tie this game. Kickoff goes to Timmy Sadek. And Sadek to the 36-yard line. Taken down there by Zach Green.
Good field position for Seymour. Sadek will come from the far side all the way across the field before he tries to turn it up. He runs a long way before he cuts back up here. Picks up about 3, but the important thing for Seymour is they have the football with pretty good field position to start this drive. Under 7 minutes to go, so all they really want to do is just run the football, take as much time off the clock as they can, and if they can move and score, obviously the game is going to be over, but they don't want to make a mistake here on offense.
Thomas on the option. He'll hold on himself after faking the dive to Aldo. Thomas to the 38-yard line.
Watch the mesh. The quarterback holds, then pulls from the fullback, Aldo. then tries to find an opening. Segreta will get a piece of him. He'll dart back up, pick up a couple yards. Head coach on the sidelines for Darien would like to see his defense right now come up with a big play as that clock over his shoulder really tells the story of this football game right now for Darien.
2nd and 7. The Cats have it at their 38. Thomas holds on after the fake inside. Getting it outside is Matt Thomas to the 43-yard line. Taken down by Stisser in the secondary.
Thomas has got very good speed once he makes the fake. Watch him accelerate. He's going to have a foot race between number 5 and 50 Howe. When he turns the corner, beats him to the corner. Stitzer gets a good piece of him, but he picks up about 6 yards. It's a 3rd and very makeable here for Seymour. Big defensive play for Darien coming up here.
Cats are at their 42-yard line. 3rd and short. They want to hold on to the football. They want to just knock the clock down. Sympathy. And he is going to be short from my vantage point of the first down. The tailback moves it to the 44.
Charlie Howe is going to hit him like a bullet. Watch as Sympathy gets there. He just gets stopped cold short of that first down. A 4th down for Seymour. Look for him to try and draw him off again here, but that would be what I would think Seymour's going to try and do. They're not going to go for it, though, at this point on their own 44-yard line.
They're not going to turn the football over to Darien.
They're going to try and draw him off again.
Not in this field position. Well, Sadik sets up tight end to the left side. The shift is made, and Sobieski back in punt formation on 4th and short. And Sobieski sails it down to the 20. Inside the 20.
Ooh. Number 11 could have caught that one and had a freebie. Fletcher could have caught that and had a freebie as the ball was batted by Seymour. And that ball is alive now, and the receiver could pick it up, or Fletcher could have picked it up without endangering himself on a fumble once that ball is touched by that defensive team and not blown dead. Watch, the ball is going to be batted by Pollock right here.
Because it's first touch.
Right, first touch. Now, Fletcher could have picked it up. He's going to duck because he's worried about it hitting him on the fumble, but he could have taken it in stride maybe and picked up a few, but all for naught, and Seymour has backed him up to about the 19, 18-yard line where Darien will start.
4:24 remaining. Seymour 14, Darien 6. Class M title. West Haven's Ken Strong Stadium, Cable 10 Sports.
Ooh, down the
side. Davidson winds up and throws down the near sidelines. He was going for Stisser on the play, and with him all the way was Aldo. Helping out was Pollock for Seymour.
Good bootleg fake. They're going to go away from, trying to come back down the near sidelines. Good coverage by Aldo as they can't get Stitzer right at about the 43-yard line. 2nd and 10 for Darien.
2nd and 10 for the Blue Wave. And Andrew Davidson has gone all the way. Injured in that Stratford game. Doubtful coming in. Senior co-captain. You knew he was going to play, and this is final game for Darien.
This does not make the Darien group of happy campers here as they are forced to waste a timeout. So that this is going to make it very difficult for Darien to stop the clock if they do not score here and get the football back. Seymour really big break there as Darien is forced to use one of their 3 timeouts. Just coming into the box, you should see Bobby Kello, Mike Mudry, the AD at Seymour, just coming in. I know he has to be on eggshells right now as the Seymour football team holding on to a 14-6 lead. Darien 2nd and 10, backed up at their own 18-yard line. As you get a look at the Darien side of the field. And the Bob Stores, which sponsor many of the CIEC events here in Connecticut.
And once again, for viewers' knowledge, coming into the football game, Darien with a perfect 12-0 record, and the Cats themselves 10-1 in this Class M final game. Shotgun for Andrew Davidson in the Blue Wave on 2nd and 10. The snap. Davidson will wind up, throw it downfield. He's looking for Fletcher, and Fletcher up for the pass. Great hands. He's knocked away. Thomas and Pollock on the coverage.
Fletcher just runs straight down the field. Watch Thomas and Pollock go up. Pollock gets a hand in, knocks it free. Just a great job on coverage by Eric Pollock. And as Eddie said at the beginning of our broadcast, he was playing soccer last year, has done just a tremendous job of adjusting to football and just becoming an impact player for the Seymour Wildcats.
Early in the year, they really had to teach Eric Pollock what a fair catch was all about. What strides he's made. What an athlete.
And there he goes with the biggest interception of his life.
How prophetic. That is the 7th or 8th pick for Eric Pollock, as the Wildcats again come up with the defensive play.
This is just great job by Pollock. He's playing a zone. He's got outside deep, and he just does not let anyone get behind him. He plays the football. That's how you're coached. He goes up the high point drill, catches it as height of the throw, the interception. Seymour inside Darien territory, and all they really have to do now is make one first down. And I think they're going to have a state championship. Well, maybe a little more than one. There's 4:03 left to go, but things are looking good for the Wildcats right now.
That last play was intended, the pass play was intended for Melzer. First down, second back. That is Sympathy. He's going to be tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Number 50, Charlie Howe, has played a great game at linebacker on the stop.
Little counter action. Quarterback fakes to the fullback, then comes back. Sympathy tries to get over that left side. A lot of penetration inside. Thompson, Alapat, and Sobieski have done a great job blocking on that left side. On that right side, Barker, Mullen, and Sadik have just opened the holes that allow the Seymour running game to be proficient here in this football game.
What a great offensive line for the Seymour Wildcats. And Thomas will hold on and fight for yardage down to the 43 of the Blue Wave.
Darien has not used that second timeout yet. They know that the one first down here and with the timeout situation may be the end of the game. But look at Thomas find an opening again over Barker, behind Barker, very close to picking up about 3 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 5 here. If Seymour can convert this first down, Edward, I'm willing to bet the check that I already bet that they might have this one.
You might be working on next year. 3rd down for Seymour at the 44 of Darien. High formation. They'll give it to Sympathy, and Sympathy will burrow down to the 42-yard line. Matt will be short of the yardage. But more importantly, the Cats are using the clock.
Sympathy follows Alapat right over that left side. He'll come up short of that first down. It'll be a 4th, about 4. Seymour's going to allow that clock to run. They will run it right down. They're probably going to take the penalty or a timeout themselves and then kick the football to Darien. I'm surprised Darien is allowing the clock to run. I don't think they have the luxury. They're going to have to use those timeouts. So Seymour takes a timeout just before the clock runs out. They're going to punt the football.
1:59 remaining. 1:59.
So Darien is going to have the football and 2 timeouts, but they're going to have a long way to go to tie this football game up here in this Class M CIAC final game here at West Haven High School.
And if Paul Sponheimer can pull it off and his team maintains any portion of the lead, it will be Paul's 3rd title win because Paul won in his first year as head football coach back in 1980. I shouldn't say Paul because Paul will say give the credit to the team. It was Seymour over Hand. That was for the Class M title. And Buddy, you'll remember that in 1993, it was a game played at Southern Connecticut. Seymour defeated Bloomfield for the Class Double S title. 40-12. And Paul will have a perfect record if his team can maintain any part of this lead. 14-6, 1:59 remaining. It's been a great one. And what a way to cap the season. Well, the Cats are not going to give up on it. They are going to go to the end with trying to draw Darien off. Is Sobieski back to punt. Fletcher back at his 10. He will receive the punt. Gets out of one tackle to the near sideline, and then he is hemmed down. And looking at the number, I believe that was Sadik. Sadik was on the tackle of Fletcher.
Breaks the tackle there. Tries to get to the outside. Timmy Sadik drags him down. Ball inside the 10-yard line. So the Wildcats and their defense are going to force Darien to go almost the length of the football field. You see the hand come in there. Sadik does get a piece of that helmet, quickly gets away from that face mask, but it is going to put the ball back up at about the 24-yard line. So Darien with better field position here, and they're only going to have to go 76 yards to tie the game. Under 2 minutes here in this fourth quarter. Darien has 2 timeouts. They've got to mount the drive of their life here to tie this game up.
Davidson at the 24, first down. Andrew will wind up, throw, completed. Fletcher, and he'll get out of bounds at the 38-yard line as Seymour playing contain on defense. They're going to give the short pass.
Fletcher right at the sticks, will catch it, get right out of bounds, pick up that first down for the Darien Blue Wave offense. The Darien side has come alive here as they are at 36.
Darien is a great, great program, and Andrew Davidson will wind up again for Fletcher. This time he's bobbling the football, and are they they're going to give it to him? I don't know about that.
I don't know either.
He did not have possession.
I don't think he had possession as he went out of bounds. Let's see if we can pick it up.
They're going to give it to him.
Great throw, though, by Davidson as he picks up Fletcher going out of bounds. I don't know how you can give him that one.
First and 10 for the Blue Wave at the 47. 1:35 remaining. Our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School football game of the week, the Class M final. Davidson back to throw. Under a rush. Gets outside of contain and now is dragged down.
Big sack for Seymour. It'll force Darien to use a timeout. And this is an indication of Andrew Davidson's lack of speed as he just cannot outdistance Alapat. Alapat gets a piece of number 3 right at the jersey level and pulls him down for the sack. Darien will take their second timeout. They've got 1 left. The ball back at the 37-yard line, so it's going to be a second and well over 20, about 21, 22 yards for that first down.
Every high school coach knows the importance of good captains, and Paul Sponheimer has been blessed with great captains, Sobieski, Alex Alapat, along with Tim Sadik. And there you saw one of the captains, Alex Alapat, making that play. And just for our viewers again, Seymour basically playing 14 to 15 young men out there. Most of these players are two-way players. They've got to be tired beyond belief.
Well, in all fairness, Darien has been doing the same thing. So
but
both teams are
a lot of adrenaline.
Facing their football game on about 14 players. And in high school, that's pretty normal. You can get over 14 or ever get to two-way offensive defense, you're going to have a heck of a football team.
It'll be a second down, 2nd and 20 for the Blue Wave after the Seymour sack. The line of scrimmage is to 38. 2nd and 20. Seymour leads it 14-6. Davidson operating out of the shotgun. A high snap. Davidson pumps once. He throws downfield as a receiver out there. It is Fletcher, and Fletcher makes the catch down at the 20-yard line. Sam Fletcher, a great catch for the Darien Blue Wave. down the spotted at the 21.
Fletcher gets behind the corner and safety. And I'll tell you what, Davidson just drops it in. He puts the ball right on the money. Fletcher behind Thomas for the reception.
Back to live action. Davidson is under a rush. He throws it off, not wanting to take the sack. Kevin Mullen was all over Davidson on the play. The pass falls harmlessly to the turf.
Watch number 3, Andrew Davidson, goes to the last second and then almost gets it to number 8 for the reception. Just a great job by this senior quarterback who has been the leader of this football team, and he has brought Darien back to the 20-yard line. They are within striking distance here with 1:03 left to go. They still have a timeout, so plenty of time for Darien here in this game. And just a great play on a 2nd and 22 by Davidson to Fletcher, putting the ball at the 20.
Fletcher out to the left, Lennon out to the right. Davidson, you know he's going to throw it. Davidson moves up in the pocket now, being pressured and brought down. A big, big defensive play.
Seymour is going to be forced to stop the clock, which is going to save a timeout on the part of Darien. Fletcher just doesn't have the mobility, or excuse me, Davidson doesn't have the mobility. Alapat will come in and knock him down, and then he will stay on the grounds.
And Mike Zangster, buddy, I'm looking at a very animated Darien coach imploring, I guess, his lineman.
I'm wondering why Darien has to take that timeout. I guess they're going to take it anyway, but the clock stops on an injury. Am I correct? The clock does stop, and Darien chooses to take the timeout anyway, so they're not going to have a chance to stop the clock after this. They will have a 3rd down, about 15. The ball will be at the 25-yard line, and Andrew Davidson is going to be asked to come up big again. Mike Sangster right in the middle of that offensive huddle. Done a great job with this football team. We've seen him in the past. 2 years ago, we were up at Boyle Stadium when the Darien Blue Wave beat Ansonia, a team that will be on this field very shortly playing for their own state championship against Bloomfield. But just a great job with this football program. It's got to be a big, big 3rd down here for the Darien Blue Wave Seymour defense. Coach Paul Sponheimer is going to ask them to come up with 2 big plays right now. So they want to take that state title home. They've got to come up with 2 big defensive plays in this game.
54 ticks remaining. 3rd and 15. The ball is on the Seymour 26. They'll send Lennon in motion. Davidson back to throw. Looks to be a screen. He screens it, but this time the Seymour defense is around the football.
There's the first big one. 76
Thompson,
and Alapat.
Chris Thompson.
Watch, they are all over the screen. Fletcher had a big play on this earlier. Again, Davidson tries to sell it, but watch, the ball is delivered. You got 2 white jerseys bookending Mr. Fletcher.
27 ticks remaining. 4th down, 4th and long. And Andrew Davidson winds up, throws.
Jump ball.
At the goal line. He was going for Lennon. It is batted down by the Seymour secondary. The ball will go over on downs to the Seymour Wildcats.
There's a jump ball in the corner of the end zone. I think it's Pollock along with Thomas who are going to bat this football down as quarterback Andrew Davidson just tries to get it up. Pollock and Thomas. It wasn't Thomas, but Pollock was one of them. Mike Sangster there knows that was the last play for his football team. And this football team of Darien has given Seymour everything and the fans everything that we could have asked for in this playoff game. Seymour is going to take a knee.
1 snap.
They're going to get a caravan back to Seymour here with a championship, Paul Sponheimer's 3rd one in his career.
Thomas takes the knee. And Seymour takes the title. Our final score from here at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. It's in the Class M Finals. Seymour 14, Darien 6. We'll be coming back with our Seymour Oil Player of the Game right after this.
The heating season is here. The decision you make regarding your fuel oil and service is critical. In the heart of the winter, you need Seymour Oil, the company you can depend on 24 hours a day, day and night, in any weather. Performance and delivery, that's what it's all about. Seymour Oil provides premium heating oil, 24-hour emergency service, our own licensed technicians, state-of-the-art facilities and equipment, financing and flexible payment plans. Seymour Oil, serving your neighbors with pride since 1932. We feel it's our job to keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
Well, buddy, I think it is fitting. The way we started the season, our first player of the game from Seymour Oil for this year, number 12 for the Seymour Wildcats, is the MVP of the Class M State Championship, Matt Thomas. Matt, the presentation, the plaque from Seymour Oil.
Your second plaque and second T-shirt, and well-deserved. Just an outstanding effort on the part of Seymour and a fine quarterback, Matt Thomas. We thought two big runs you had set up the football game. The draw that you had back when you were set up on the 8-yard line, after you guys had scored, got yourselves out of trouble. Play comes in from the sideline. What did you see that made that play possible?
We practiced it yesterday in practice down here. It was a new play. It's a quarterback draw. I drop back 5 steps and just go. I was supposed to say go, and Troy Sobieski would lead me up through the hole. He did a good job. He picked up that middle linebacker, and I was just off to the races there.
Let's talk a little bit about that offensive line. They just did a magnificent job for it. They just did a magnificent job. How's it feel to be a quarterback first year to play behind those guys?
Oh, it was excellent. They all season they pulled out big. They came through here. They got a little emotional in there. We kept it up, and they just kept opening up holes for us.
What did Coach Paul Sponheimer say to you guys at halftime? You're up 6-0. You go in. You really shut Darien down in the first half. What did he say to you about this football team, the Darien team?
He said they're a great team. Just the same thing that we did since the preseason. Just come out there and score right off the bat and just hold them.
You guys did. How's it feel right now to be a quarterback of a state championship Class M football team?
It feels great. Unbelievable.
Congratulations. We're going to let you go because you got a ride back to Seymour. That's going to be one of the highlights of your life. But just a great job. Keep that smile going. We're going to look forward to seeing you next year. But you started with a great win. You finished with a better win. And congratulations to a great Seymour team.
Thanks a lot.
Well, buddy, all too suddenly, the football season comes to an end. But it comes to an end happily for Matt Thomas and the Seymour Wildcats. Winners here in the Class M state title at at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. The final score here was Seymour 14 and the Darien Blue Wave 6. And on behalf of Buddy Chernovitz and our Seymour Oil Player of the Game, Matt Thomas, Ed Clements saying goodbye, everyone, and stay tuned for Bloomfield and Sonia highlights.